Hi, my name is Simone Cohen and today I'm going to show you Overloud Gem Fuse. Genfuse is a new tool for sweetening stereo buses, separate buses or single tracks. Genfuse is made up of many different processes and I'm going to show you and let you listen to the effect of every single process. Genfuse is divided in two sections, and one very important main thing is that it can operate both in stereo and in mid-side modes. In stereo mode, you have only one set of controls for the upper part of the signal processing, so the HPF, the analog drive, the Indigo EQ, and the HF smoother. While when you work in mid-side mode, the interface doubles and you get to have separate controls for the mid and the side of each single process I just show you. With the input trim, you can set the overall level getting into the plugin, especially into the upper part of the process. So you can drive more the mid or the side of the signal. And with the output trim, of course, you can set the amount of stereophony that you will get out of the mid-side processing. The lower part features a stereo imager and a transformer emulation. Let's start by evaluating every single part of this plugin. The first one is the HPF. This high-pass filter lets you either switch it off or set it to 30, 40 or 50 Hz. And one very useful function is the FAT button, which actually recovers some of the low-end information around the cutoff frequency, so you get to have a cleaner low end but a more beefy low end at the same time. So let's listen. Okay, in this case, I will probably go for 50 Hz high pass with FAT activated. The second part of the circuit is dedicated to analog drive. This is an overdrive emulator that basically lets you set the amount of drive, so the amount of saturation added to the signal, and density allows you to balance between the even and odd order harmonics generated by the circuit. So let's evaluate it. One important thing, we need to evaluate it by having the same perceived level. So you'll see me setting the master out and bypassing the plugin to create a comparable setup. Okay, with this setting we are exciting the even harmonics. And with this one we are exciting more the odd harmonics, and of course you can set a midway as much as you like.
Something that could make us satisfied. Run away from
Okay, I hope you could hear how the even harmonics are sounding warmer while the odd harmonics are more edgy in the way they affect the sound. The next section is the Indigo EQ. The Indigo EQ is a two-band equalizer dedicated to low end and high end, and it's basically a shelving equalizer with very sweet and smooth action. You can select between 4 frequency centers and then decide whether to boost or cut the relative frequencies. Let's go and listen to them. Okay, what I did is using the HPF in conjunction with the Indigo EQ at 50 Hz with FAT mode activated like we did before, with the Indigo EQ working at 50 Hz with about 2.5 dB boost in the low end, and the top end at 20 kHz with just 1 dB of shine added. These settings, in my opinion, give a very good edge to the sound and a better result to the mix. Let's go ahead and dive into the HF Smoother. HF Smoother is basically a compressor, let's call it a de-esser in a way, but it's not dedicated just to S's, but it's dedicated to sweetening the top end. So when you get harsh mixes or when you boost quite a bit with the Indigo EQ, the top end, you may need to tame some of the peaks. So this compressor works above the crossover frequency, and of course you can set the threshold. Let's dive into it. So as you could hear, I was able to achieve more top end with the Indigo EQ while working on the excesses of this top end EQ with the HS Smoother, which gives us a sweeter top end, a more refined top end, but at the same time, not too many excesses in the high frequencies. Switching to the lower part of the UI, we have the stereo image control. Stereo image control lets you do basically 3 things with the 3 controls it has. Width basically controls the side signal level. So less side signal, more mid-centered kind of sound, and more width means that the stereo image gets wider. Space sets the amount of low end in the side signal, which means that if you work on cutting the low end in the side signal, you may get a cleaner mix, but you may also enjoy some beefier low end in the sides, especially if you have stereo bass or stuff like that. Shuffle controls the low frequency spread using a shuffling technique. So let's hear what we can do with it. The last section is a transformer section. This emulation allows you with the shine parameter to actually set the tilt in the higher frequencies imparted by the transformer. The amount sets the amount of drive fed into the transformer to make it sound grittier. And the mix knob is quite obviously the balance between the dry and the wet transformed signal. LF extend, the big button on the lower part, basically gives you more oomph to the signal and is a very nice option to have. Let's listen to the effect. As you could hear, the information gets denser. Seems to be more depth to the signal, and this is very helpful, especially when the mix is a bit thin sounding. This is not really the case, but it helps anyway. So let's go into an application of all of these combined by using the same song. So you'll see me working first on the mid, then on the side, and then switching on the master level kind of processing. I'll keep the same settings because they are good starting points and tweak them as needed. This is Overloud Gem Fuse for you. See ya.